Debt. It's the silent shadow that follows us everywhere, lurking in the background of our daily lives. We wake up, go to work, spend time with family and friends, all while this invisible force quietly tightens its grip on our finances and our peace of mind. Yet we rarely acknowledge its presence. We scroll through social media, see the highlights of others' lives, and feel the pressure to keep up, often at the expense of our financial health. The constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. Like a virus, it spreads silently, infecting our lives. It doesn't discriminate, it affects the young and the old, the rich and the poor. It seeps into every corner of our existence, from our morning coffee to our nightly rest. According to a recent study, over 80% of Americans are in some form of debt, and the psychological toll is immense. Credit cards whisper promises of easy spending. They offer instant gratification, a way to have what we want now and pay for it later. But the interest rates and fees are the hidden costs that accumulate, turning small purchases into significant burdens. The stress of mounting credit card debt can lead to sleepless nights and constant worry. Student loans dangle degrees like carrots on a stick. They promise a brighter future, a path to success, but often leave graduates shackled with debt that takes decades to repay. The weight of these loans can stifle dreams and limit opportunities. Many young adults delay major life milestones like buying a home or starting a family due to the burden of student debt. Mortgages offer a piece of the American dream, but at what cost? The promise of homeownership comes with the reality of long-term financial commitment. Monthly payments, property taxes, and maintenance costs can turn a dream into a financial strain. The fear of foreclosure looms over many, adding to the emotional burden. We swipe, we sign, we borrow. Each transaction feels small, manageable, but they add up. Before we know it, we're juggling multiple debts, each with its own interest rate and due date. The constant juggling act can lead to chronic stress and anxiety. We tell ourselves it's fine. Everyone does it, right? We normalize debt, seeing it as a necessary part of modern life. But this normalization hides the true impact of debt on our mental and emotional well-being. The constant worry about finances can lead to feelings of isolation and depression. But behind the facade of normalcy, debt festers. It grows in the dark, feeding on our financial missteps and unexpected expenses. It thrives on our silence and our reluctance to confront it head-on. The shame and guilt associated with debt can prevent us from seeking help. It's the knot in your stomach when the bills pile up, the anxiety that comes with knowing you owe more than you can pay. It's the stress that affects your health, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. Studies show that people in debt are more likely to suffer from mental health issues, including anxiety and depression. The sleepless nights worrying about making ends meet, the constant calculations, the robbing Peter to pay Paul. It's the mental toll that debt takes, leaving you exhausted and overwhelmed. Personal stories of individuals struggling with debt reveal the deep emotional scars it can leave. The shame of missed payments and mounting interest, the fear of answering the phone or opening the mail. It's the embarrassment of admitting you're struggling even to those closest to you. This shame can prevent people from seeking the help they need. Debt is the silent thief in the night, stealing our peace of mind and financial freedom. It robs us of our ability to plan for the future, to save for emergencies, to enjoy the fruits of our labor. The constant worry about debt can lead to a diminished quality of life. It's a heavy weight, dragging us down, making it harder to get ahead. It limits our choices, forcing us to make decisions based on what we owe, rather than what we want or need. The burden of debt can lead to feelings of hopelessness and despair. We work longer hours, take on extra jobs just to stay afloat. We sacrifice time with loved ones, our hobbies, and our well-being in the pursuit of financial stability. The constant hustle can lead to burnout and strained relationships, but the water keeps rising, threatening to pull us under. No matter how hard we paddle, the current of debt is strong, relentless, and unforgiving. The feeling of being trapped in a cycle of debt can be overwhelming. We need to talk about debt. We need to bring it out of the shadows and into the light. We need to have honest conversations about its impact and seek solutions that can help us regain control. Financial counseling and support groups can provide much-needed relief and guidance. We need to expose its insidious nature and break free from its grip. We need to educate ourselves and others about financial literacy, budgeting, and the true cost of borrowing. Knowledge is power, and understanding our finances can help us make better decisions, because a life in debt is not a life fully lived. It's a life constrained by obligations and limitations. True freedom comes from financial independence, from living within our means and planning for the future. Achieving financial freedom can lead to a more fulfilling and stress-free life. It's a life lived in the shadows, haunted by the constant pressure of owing money. But it doesn't have to be this way. By acknowledging the problem and taking proactive steps, we can reclaim our financial health and live a life free from the invisible grip of debt. Personal stories of overcoming debt can inspire and motivate others to take control of their financial future. Once upon a time, charging interest on loans was considered a sin. Usury, they called it, a moral abomination. Religions condemned it. Loan sharks preyed on the desperate and vulnerable. In ancient Rome, usury was heavily regulated, and in medieval Europe, it was outright banned by the church. But something fundamentally changed. During the Renaissance, the Medici family transformed banking, making interest a legitimate business practice. Banks became sophisticated money-making machines. Interest became the lifeblood of the financial system. Debt's tendrils reach far and wide, ensnaring individuals, businesses, and even entire nations. It's a pervasive force that knows no boundaries, affecting people from all walks of life. From the bustling streets of major cities to the quiet corners of rural areas, debt's impact is felt everywhere. It's the student struggling to repay loans while working a minimum wage job. They juggle their studies and work, often sacrificing sleep and social life just to make ends meet. The burden of student loans can be overwhelming, casting a long shadow over their future. The single mother juggling multiple credit cards to put food on the table. She faces the daily stress of managing household expenses, often having to make tough choices between essentials. Her resilience is tested as she strives to provide for her family despite the financial strain. The small business owner forced to shutter their dream because of mounting debt. They invested their heart and soul into their business, only to see it crumble under financial pressure. The closure of their store is not just a loss of livelihood, but a blow to their aspirations and community. On a national level, debt becomes a tool for control. Countries find themselves entangled in complex financial agreements, often leading to economic dependency. The influence of global financial institutions and the terms of international loans can shape national policies and priorities, impacting millions of lives. The elderly, too, are not spared. Many find themselves drowning in medical debt, with healthcare costs skyrocketing. "I never thought I'd be choosing between my medication and groceries," says one senior citizen. In rural areas, farmers struggle with loans taken to sustain their crops. "One bad season and we're in deep trouble," a farmer explains, highlighting the precarious nature of agricultural debt. Even in the tech sector, young entrepreneurs face the challenge of securing funding. The pressure to succeed is immense, and the debt can be crippling, shares a startup founder. Corporate employees are not immune either. "I have a good job, but the mortgage and credit card debt are always looming," says a middle-aged professional, underscoring that debt affects all income levels. Let's be clear, not all debt is created equal. There's a world of difference between a reasonable mortgage and predatory lending practices. When does interest cross the line from a fair return to exploitation? Some see interest as modern-day usury, profiting from others' misfortunes. Experts argue that ethical lending should balance profit with fairness. Gap 3S. The future of debt is not set in stone. It is a dynamic landscape that we have the power to shape and redefine. As we look ahead, we must recognize the importance of making informed financial decisions. By understanding the implications of our choices, we can navigate the complexities of borrowing and lending with greater confidence and clarity. We have the power to change our relationship with money and borrowing. It starts with open conversations and a willingness to learn. By fostering a culture of financial literacy, we can empower individuals to make smarter choices. This collective effort can lead to a more equitable and sustainable financial system for everyone. Financial education and responsible lending practices can pave the way for a healthier financial future. Schools, communities, and financial institutions all play a crucial role in this journey. By providing the right tools and resources, we can help people build a solid foundation for their financial well-being. It's time to take control and break free from the chains of debt. This liberation is not just about eliminating financial burdens, but also about reclaiming our peace of mind and future potential. Every step towards financial freedom is a step towards a more fulfilling and secure life. Together, we can build a world where financial freedom is within everyone's reach. By supporting one another and sharing knowledge, we can create a community that thrives on mutual respect and understanding. Let's work hand in hand to ensure that financial stability is not a privilege, but a right for all. Start by creating a realistic budget that tracks your income and expenses. This simple step can help you identify areas where you can cut back and save more. Consider the story of Jane, who managed to pay off $20,000 in debt by sticking to a strict budget and cutting unnecessary expenses. Utilize financial tools and apps to keep track of your progress. Attend workshops and seminars to expand your knowledge. Take inspiration from Mark, a small business owner who turned his finances around by attending a local financial literacy workshop and implementing what he learned. Don't hesitate to negotiate with creditors for better terms. Seek support from community groups that offer financial counseling. Look at the example of the Smith family, who achieved financial freedom by working with a non-profit organization that helped them consolidate their debts and create a manageable repayment plan. Invest wisely to grow your wealth over time. Educate yourself about different investment options. Take a cue from Lisa, who achieved financial independence by consistently investing a portion of her income in diversified portfolios and learning from financial experts. By taking these actionable steps and learning from success stories, we can collectively move towards a future where financial freedom is attainable for all. Let's celebrate our milestones and support each other in this journey towards a more secure and prosperous life. Gap 3S. While individual efforts are crucial in achieving financial freedom, the role of government and policy cannot be overlooked. National debt is a complex issue that impacts every citizen, influencing everything from taxes to public services. Governments have the power to implement policies that can either alleviate or exacerbate this burden. Effective fiscal policies are essential for managing national debt responsibly. When governments prioritize balanced budgets, they can reduce the need for excessive borrowing. This, in turn, helps maintain lower interest rates and fosters economic stability. However, when borrowing is necessary, it should be directed towards investments that spur long-term growth, such as infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Transparency and accountability in government spending are also critical. Citizens have the right to know how their tax dollars are being utilized. Public awareness and participation can drive better governance, ensuring that funds are allocated efficiently and effectively. Consider the example of Iceland, which faced a severe financial crisis in 2008. Through decisive government action, including debt restructuring and fiscal consolidation, Iceland managed to stabilize its economy and reduce its national debt significantly. This serves as a testament to how well-crafted policies can lead to positive outcomes. In addition to domestic policies, international cooperation plays a vital role. Organizations like the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Bank provide guidance and financial support to countries grappling with debt. Collaborative efforts can lead to sustainable solutions that benefit not just individual nations, but the global economy as a whole. Ultimately, the goal is to create a balanced approach where both government actions and individual responsibilities contribute to a healthier financial landscape. By advocating for sound policies and staying informed, we can influence the decisions that shape our economic future. In conclusion, managing national debt is a shared responsibility. Governments must adopt prudent fiscal strategies, while citizens should remain engaged and informed. Together, we can pave the way for a more stable and prosperous future, ensuring that the burden of debt does not hinder the opportunities of generations to come. Gap 2S. As we look towards the future, it's essential to explore alternative financial systems and models that can mitigate the harmful effects of modern usury. Traditional financial systems often emphasize short-term gains and shareholder value, sometimes at the expense of social and environmental well-being, perpetuating the cycle of debt and usury. However, innovative models are emerging that offer a different approach, aiming to break these chains. One such model is the concept of a circular economy. Unlike the linear economy, which follows a take, make, dispose pattern, a circular economy aims to minimize waste and make the most of resources, reducing the need for exploitative financial practices. By designing products for longevity, reusability, and recyclability, we can create a system that benefits both the economy and the environment, lessening the reliance on debt-driven growth. In this model, businesses focus on creating lasting value rather than quick profits, leading to more sustainable economic practices and reducing the pressure to engage in usurious lending. Another promising approach is community-based finance. This includes initiatives like credit unions, community development financial institutions, CDFIs, and local currencies. These institutions prioritize the financial well-being of their members and local communities over maximizing profits, offering an alternative to predatory lending practices. For example, credit unions are member-owned and return profits to their members in the form of lower fees and better interest rates, reducing the burden of debt. CDFIs provide funding to underserved communities, fostering economic development and social equity, and offering alternatives to high-interest loans. Social enterprises are also gaining traction as a way to blend profit-making with social good. These businesses aim to solve social or environmental problems through their operations and reinvest their profits into their mission, reducing the need for exploitative financial practices. Examples include companies that employ marginalized populations, produce environmentally friendly products, or provide essential services to underserved communities, offering a sustainable alternative to debt-driven growth. Blockchain technology and decentralized finance, DeFi, offer another frontier for alternative financial systems. By removing intermediaries and enabling peer-to-peer transactions, blockchain can increase transparency, reduce costs, and democratize access to financial services, challenging traditional usurious practices. DeFi platforms allow users to lend, borrow, and trade assets without traditional banks, potentially creating a more inclusive financial ecosystem and reducing reliance on high-interest loans. Lastly, the concept of a universal basic income, UBI, is gaining attention as a way to address economic inequality. UBI provides every citizen with a regular, unconditional sum of money, ensuring a basic level of financial security and reducing the need for high-interest borrowing. Pilot programs in various countries have shown that UBI can reduce poverty, stimulate local economies, and provide a safety net in times of economic disruption, offering a buffer against the need for usurious loans. These alternative financial systems and models demonstrate that it is possible to create an economy that values community, sustainability, and long-term well-being over short-term profits. By embracing these innovative approaches, we can build a more resilient and inclusive financial future, free from the chains of modern usury. In conclusion, the exploration of alternative financial systems is not just an academic exercise, it is a crucial step towards a more equitable and sustainable world. By prioritizing community, sustainability, and long-term thinking, we can create a financial landscape that benefits everyone, not just a select few. The journey towards a better future starts with reimagining how we think about and manage money. Together, we can make it happen. As we journey through the landscape of alternative financial systems, one crucial element stands out: financial literacy and education. Understanding how money works and how to manage it effectively is the cornerstone of financial health and resilience. Financial literacy equips individuals with the knowledge and skills they need to make informed decisions about their finances. It helps people understand the importance of budgeting, saving, and investing, and the potential pitfalls of debt and usury. This knowledge is not just beneficial, it is empowering. It allows individuals to take control of their financial futures and avoid the traps that can lead to financial distress. In today's complex financial world, education is more important than ever. From understanding interest rates and credit scores to navigating loans and mortgages, financial literacy can make a significant difference in one's life. It can prevent the accumulation of unmanageable debt, promote responsible spending, and encourage the building of wealth over time. Educational programs and resources are essential in this regard. Schools, community organizations, and governments have a role to play in providing accessible financial education. Online courses, workshops, and financial counseling services can also help bridge the knowledge gap. By making financial education a priority, we can equip people with the tools they need to build a secure financial future. Moreover, financial literacy is not just about individual benefits. It contributes to the overall health of the economy. When people are financially literate, they are better able to participate in the economy, make sound investments, and contribute to economic growth. It creates a more stable and resilient financial system that benefits everyone. In conclusion, financial literacy and education are fundamental to preventing debt and combating modern usury. They empower individuals to make informed decisions, avoid financial pitfalls, and build a secure future. By prioritizing financial education, we can create a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive financially. Together, we can build a foundation of knowledge that supports a better financial future for all. As we conclude this journey through the complexities of debt and financial systems, one truth remains clear. The power to shape your financial future lies in your hands. Financial literacy is more than just knowledge. It's the key to unlocking a life free from the chains of debt and financial insecurity. You have the tools to make informed decisions, to budget wisely, to save diligently, and to invest smartly. But it's not just about personal gain. Your actions contribute to a healthier, more resilient economy. By being aware of modern usury practices and avoiding them, you become part of a larger movement towards systemic change. We urge you to seek out financial education resources to share this knowledge with others and to advocate for greater financial literacy in your communities. Demand better from financial institutions and policymakers. Together, we can create a system that works for everyone, not just the few. So take that first step. Learn, grow, and empower yourself and others. Your financial future is in your hands, and with it, the potential to change the world. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that empowers and informs. Let's build a secure financial future together.